Well, Dave, this game has now got something more on it because of the Towns win against Bournemouth. How are you feeling? What sort of game we should expect at Portman Road, and your prediction, my friend?
Yeah, no, I am really interested to see how Wolves approach this game and how we play because, like I said earlier, we've all of a sudden, on paper, there were these fixtures which looked like we could be getting points out of, but unfortunately, football and the Premier League isn't as straightforward as that. But we sort of have got these results. So we drew to Everton, who were on great form under David Moyes at the time. We're beating Southampton, which you sort of expect. Did make hard work of it towards the end, and beat West Ham fairly well during the week as well. So going into this one before your game against Bournemouth, I think Wolves fans, you saw sort of the celebrations towards the end of that West Ham game, because I think a lot of Wolves fans and the staff probably thought that's job done. But I think it's very important, especially after you got the win against Bournemouth, that Vitor Pereira makes it pretty clear that isn't job done. There's still a lot of football there to be played. So this game is a tricky one. You would look at the form of the teams and sort of the players that, as a neutral, you probably look at it and think Wolves should have the edge. But again, like I said, in the Premier League, I think everyone can beat everyone. I think the bounce that you guys may or may not have after Wednesday is going to be interesting. And I think you put other factors into place with the manager not being on the touchline. Obviously, Cunha not involved, although that hasn't held us back too much. It's an interesting one. And I think, come 5 p.m. on Saturday, it could be job done for Wolves. And I think everyone can say, well, that's the bottom three confirmed. Or it could be that Ipswich have got it down to 6 points and everyone's saying, hold on a minute, we might still have a bit of a battle on. So I think there is still enough space for Wolves to be okay, because we've got Leicester in a week or so's time as well, which you would expect us to win. But I think it will add, if we fail to win this, or fail to get anything out of this game, I think there will be a lot of pressure going on Wolves again for that stretch of the season. So a little bit worrying, but I'm just hoping that Wolves, don't let us down and they can just get something. For Wolves, I think this is just a must-not-lose game. For Ipswich, I think it's a must-win. But for Wolves, it's a must-not-lose. So I think, like I said earlier to you, if you offered me a 1-1 now, I'd probably shake your hand and take it.